Since the 1800s, over 50 ships and 20 planes have vanished without a trace in the Bermuda Triangle. No distress calls, no debris, just gone. But what if the explanation is more bizarre than anything we could imagine? The Bermuda Triangle, a vast, mysterious region of the Atlantic Ocean between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. For centuries, this watery grave has swallowed ships, planes, and over 1,000 human lives, leaving behind nothing but questions and bizarre theories. Hey, curious minds. Welcome back to Top 10 Facts Club, where we are counting down the world's greatest mysteries. If you're fascinated by the unexplained, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell right now. Because secret number 1 is so mind-blowing, you'll be questioning everything you thought you knew about reality. Let's dive in. Secret number 10, the birth of a legend, how the triangle got its name. The term Bermuda Triangle wasn't coined until 1964, when author Vincent Gaddis used it in an article for Argosy magazine to describe a mysterious area where ships and planes vanished without explanation. Gaddis had reviewed numerous reports of vessels disappearing mid-voyage, or planes going silent shortly after reporting issues. Oddly, stories of strange occurrences in the region date back to the 1400s, with even Christopher Columbus noting erratic compass readings and mysterious lights. The mystery gained worldwide attention in 1974 when Charles Berlitz's book, The Bermuda Triangle, linked the area to the lost city of Atlantis, adding a mythological layer to the enigma. Despite its widespread fascination, the Bermuda Triangle remains unrecognized on official maps, with no government agency acknowledging it. Yet, it continues to haunt sailors, pilots, and adventurers alike as an invisible zone of fear. Secret number 9, compass chaos, the magnetic mystery that baffles scientists. Imagine cruising over turquoise waters and watching your compass begin to spin like it's possessed. That scenario may sound like something out of a horror movie, but pilots and ship captains have reported it countless times inside the Bermuda Triangle. This region is one of the only places on Earth where true north and magnetic north align perfectly, creating an agonic line. Normally, navigators account for the difference between magnetic and geographic north, but when that difference disappears, navigational errors skyrocket. A ship can drift miles off course before anyone realizes what's happening, but it gets weirder. Researchers have reported intermittent magnetic anomalies in the area, distortions in Earth's field that can't be consistently measured or predicted. Sometimes, the triangle acts like a magnetic minefield. Instruments fail, compasses loop endlessly, and GPS devices become unreliable. Some speculate that unknown geomagnetic forces could be interfering with equipment, causing seasoned professionals to lose control of their vessels. Could this invisible magnetic chaos explain why so many disappearances seem to come without warning? Secret number 8, the colossal vanishing act, USS Cyclops and 306 souls. In March 1918, the USS Cyclops, a massive Navy ship over 500 feet long, was transporting 10,000 tons of manganese ore from Brazil to Baltimore with 306 crew and passengers aboard. Somewhere in the Bermuda Triangle, the ship disappeared without a trace. No SOS, no wreckage, and no survivors. The Cyclops was considered unsinkable, built for durability, and had survived storms before. The sea was calm, and Captain George Worley, though experienced, was controversial, with accusations of pro-German sympathies. Theories ranged from being torpedoed by a German U-boat to a structural failure from the heavy cargo or a freak storm, but none explain the total absence of debris. To this day, no wreckage has ever been found. As President Woodrow Wilson put it, "Only God and the sea know what happened to the great ship." The Cyclops remains the U.S. Navy's largest non-combat loss and one of the Bermuda Triangle's most haunting mysteries. Secret number 7, Lost Squadron, the mysterious fate of Flight 19. On December 5, 1945, 5 TBM, Avenger bombers from Fort Lauderdale took off for a routine training mission. Led by Lieutenant Charles Taylor, the crew radioed, "We seem to be off course. Everything is wrong. We can't be sure where we are." That was the last communication from Flight 19. As panic set in, Taylor reported strange clouds and a sea that doesn't look right before the flight vanished. The rescue plane sent to find them also disappeared, with 13 men aboard. In hours, 6 aircraft and 27 lives were lost. The official explanation blames Taylor's navigation error, but it doesn't explain the weather, the missing rescue plane, or the lack of debris. Flight 19 remains the Bermuda Triangle's most iconic mystery, even inspiring scenes in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Secret number 6, the ghost ship encounter, Ellen Austen's terrifying folklore. In 1881, the crew of the Ellen Austen discovered a fully intact, abandoned ship adrift in the Atlantic. Food was on the table, belongings untouched, with no signs of struggle. Just empty. Captain Baker sent a crew to board and sail it alongside the Ellen Austen, but a sudden storm separated them. When the ship was found again, the prize crew had vanished. Undeterred, Baker sent another team aboard, securing the ship with heavy lines. Yet, another storm struck, and when the fog cleared, the ghost ship was intact. Once again, no sign of the new crew. No one knows what happened to them. The remaining crew, now terrified, refused to approach the haunted vessel. This eerie tale, whether folklore or fact, echoes a common theme in Bermuda Triangle stories. Ships remain untouched, while crews disappear without a trace. Secret number 5, Death from Above, the hexagonal air bomb discovery. In 2016, scientists analyzing satellite data over the Bermuda Triangle made a startling discovery. Massive hexagonal cloud formations, some spanning up to 55 miles. What shocked researchers wasn't just their symmetry, but their deadly effect. These clouds, called air bombs, create violent microbursts, columns of air slamming downward at over 170 miles per hour. When they hit the ocean, they generate waves taller than a 4-story building. For ships or planes caught beneath them, it's like being struck by a hammer from the sky. Meteorologist Randy Cerveny explained these clouds form suddenly, unleashing destructive power with no warning. Even more bizarre, similar hexagonal clouds have been seen over the North Sea, another danger zone, but with debris usually recovered. In the Bermuda Triangle, however, victims vanish without a trace. This raises a chilling question. Could these air bombs be responsible for crews having no time to signal distress and no remains left behind? Are they the sky's version of a trapdoor? Secret number 4, the ocean that swallows, methane gas bubble theory. Imagine sailing calm seas, only for the ocean beneath your ship to suddenly turn to foam and vanish. This is what the methane gas theory suggests might be happening in the Bermuda Triangle. The ocean floor here contains methane hydrates, icy compounds that trap gas under extreme pressure. When disturbed by underwater landslides or shifting tectonic plates, these hydrates release massive gas bubbles that rise quickly through the water column. As the bubbles rise, they drastically reduce the water's density, causing ships, no matter their size, to lose buoyancy and sink in seconds, leaving no time for a distress call or floating wreckage. Even more terrifying, methane gas in the atmosphere can stall airplane engines and interfere with instruments. If a plane flies through one of these invisible methane clouds, it could experience engine failure, loss of lift, and crash into the sea. This isn't just a theory, it's been demonstrated in lab simulations. What sets the Bermuda Triangle apart is how often these gas pockets might erupt. Could one of nature's most invisible forces be swallowing ships and planes whole? Secret number 3, killer waves, the rogue wave monster. For centuries, sailors spoke of massive rogue waves up to 100 feet high that could destroy ships instantly. These tales were dismissed as folklore until 1995, when instruments confirmed the existence of rogue waves. Oceanographers now believe the Bermuda Triangle is a hotspot for these waves. British scientists from the University of Southampton found that rogue waves over 98 feet are likely to swallow ships in the area. These waves form when powerful currents like the Gulf Stream collide with Atlantic storms, combining energy to create massive waves with no warning. Oceanographer Dr. Simon Boxall's team simulated these conditions and showed that ships would be destroyed by such waves. The rogue wave theory explains several Bermuda Triangle mysteries, like why ships disappear without distress calls, destroyed too quickly, and why debris is rarely found, dispersed by the wave's power. Modern research suggests these waves are not rare, but rarely survived. Secret number 2, time warp, the electronic fog phenomenon anecdote. In 1970, Pilot Bruce Gernon was flying from Andros Island to Florida through the Bermuda Triangle when he encountered what he called electronic fog. This tunnel-shaped cloud completely engulfed his plane, causing his instruments to malfunction and radio communication to fail. Inside the fog, Gernon experienced a strange sensation of acceleration while maintaining a constant speed. When he finally emerged, he discovered his plane had traveled over 100 miles in what felt like minutes, a journey that should have taken much longer. Gernon described the cloud as dark and black, with no rain, but bright white flashes illuminating the area. He's not alone in reporting such experiences. Many pilots have described similar encounters where they travel impossible distances in minutes or lose hours while expecting a short journey. Some theorists suggest the Bermuda Triangle contains a time vortex where travelers slip through time. If true, this could explain why wreckage is never found. Planes and ships may not crash, but instead are transported to different points in space or time. Secret number 1. The underwater base. USOs in the Triangle. Speculation. Deep beneath the Bermuda Triangle waters, something strange has been detected. Multiple witnesses and researchers, including a team featured on the Discovery Channel's Curse of the Bermuda Triangle, have reported unusual underwater structures and phenomena that defy conventional explanation. The team discovered a massive ledge with sharp edges, as if dug by a colossal machine. Witnesses reported seeing huge white objects in the water, leading some researchers to speculate about underwater bases or large unidentified submersible objects. USOs, essentially UFOs that operate beneath the ocean surface. These mysterious underwater sightings have led to one of the most controversial Bermuda Triangle theories, that the area contains underwater bases of non-human origin. For decades, sailors and pilots have reported unusual underwater lights and unidentified submersible objects capable of impossible maneuvers, both beneath the waves and in the air above them. Some believe this explains why the Bermuda Triangle seems to selectively take certain ships and planes while leaving others untouched. Could an intelligence beneath the waves be monitoring and occasionally intercepting vessels that pass through its territory? Charles Berlitz, who popularized the Bermuda Triangle legend, became convinced that it was connected to Atlantis. He theorized that advanced technology from this lost civilization might still be active beneath the waves, occasionally interfering with passing ships and planes. Mainstream science dismisses these more exotic theories, but persistent reports of USO sightings in the region continue to fuel speculation about something lurking beneath those mysterious waters. The Bermuda Triangle remains one of Earth's greatest enigmas, a stretch of ocean where science, myth, and terror collide. From killer waves and methane eruptions to magnetic chaos and time warps, every theory seems too wild to be true, yet somehow not wild enough. Is it all just coincidence, or is something, natural or not, operating here beyond our comprehension? Let us know your theory in the comments. And if your curiosity's just getting started, don't miss our dives into other mysterious and discoveries on our channel. Smash that like button, subscribe for more mysteries, and as always, stay curious.